Welcome to video number 2. Let's just get started here. We're going to be looking at perimeter, and we're going to be looking at perimeter the same way we looked at perimeter before, but now we're going to be using the customary measurements versus metric measurements. So we're going to be using inches, feet, yards versus centimeters, meters, and things like that. So let's start here and just draw a quick shape. Hopefully you recognize it. And if I add this, it becomes what kind of triangle? Yep, you're right. It's a right triangle. Now let's add some measurements here. 36 inches. Now inches has 2 hash marks, 5 feet with 1 hash mark, and 4 feet. Now ladies and gentlemen, we want the perimeter of this. One of the things we have to notice is this right here is in feet, everything else is in inches, everything else is in feet. So we're going to need to convert this so it's in the same form. Now we can either convert 1 to match this, or we can convert 2 to match that. And I will say it's easier to divide by 12 than it's going to be to multiply both of these by 12. Because 3 divided by 12, it just gave you the answer there, 36 divided by 12 is going to be 3 feet. Now once I've converted, now I can take my walk around the triangle and add them up. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So my perimeter is 12 feet. Let's look at another problem here. This one a little bit more complex. Go. And add some measurements here. We got 24 inches. We have 2 feet, 12 inches, 3 feet. And let's put our squares here so that we know that this shape is a rectangle, and then we have our triangle up here. Once again, we are looking for perimeter. Now, the first thing we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, we have to make sure that we are talking the same language. 3 feet, 12 inches, 2 feet, 24 inches. Are we talking the same language? No, we've got inches and feet. Let's convert it all to the same language. Well, I can either go up or go down. If I go up, convert everything to feet, I'll be working with smaller numbers. If I go down and convert everything to inches, I'll be working with larger numbers. Well, smaller numbers are a lot easier for me to add, especially if I'm trying to add it in my head. So let's go from big numbers to small numbers. So if I have 24 and I want to convert that to feet, well, there are 12 inches in each foot. So I'm going to take 24 and divide by 2, and I'm going to get 2 feet. 12 inches here, 12 inches in a foot, I'm going to take 12 divided by 12, and I'm going to get 1 foot. And jeez, that's horrible. Let's erase that. Ugly, ugly hash mark. I apologize for that. Now, we know that this is a rectangle, so the opposite side is going to be 1 foot as well. Now that we have all our measurements converted, let's figure out perimeter by walking around. Let's start at the top of the roof. 2 feet plus 1 is 3 feet, plus 3 feet is 6, plus 1 foot is 7, plus 2 more feet. We're going to get 9 feet. So our perimeter is 9 feet. Make sense? Hopefully, because I can't really, well, I could help you, but you'd have to come talk to me. Although I can't help you right now because I'm sitting in my basement at my desk, and you're probably sleeping because it's like 10:30 right now. All right. Anyway, we digress. I'm going to give you another problem, and I want you to work on it. I'm going to give you actually 2 problems. You're going to convert them. You're going to have to, I'll give you a hint, you're going to have to convert them so they're talking the same language like we did here, inches to feet, inches to feet. And then once you get them in the same language, you'll be able to solve the problem. So here we go. I'm going to give you the measurements because the drawings are a little bit, they're a little bit messy. So here we go. They're not going to be to scale. unfortunately, just because I'd run out of paper, because some of them are they're a little bit weird. Oops, that's a horrible line. Let's erase that and let's try again. I wish it were easier to draw with the stylus. Unfortunately, they don't have a stylus that's like really pointed that works for these. Now, I'm going to add the measurements here. This one on top is 3 yards. This is 15 feet. This is 2 yards. This is 3 yards. This is 3 feet. This one here is 6 yards. And then this, I should probably, this one here is 2 yards, just to help point that out. Now, hopefully you'll be able to figure out what the dimensions of this side here, and well, this side here is 6, that's 3. So you need to figure out the dimensions of this and this. And given these pieces here, you should be able to do it. Your next problem looks like this. Ooh, that's a crooked line. I wish it were easier to draw. This is 7 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards. This is 6 feet. This is 4 yards, 18 feet. And this is 5 yards. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for the perimeter of this shape, and we're looking for the perimeter of this shape. Pause the video, get to work. When you have 2 answers, restart the video, see how you did. Good luck. Whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Pretend I didn't do that at all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're putting this together. The difficulty was finding these 2 measurements right here. Now, hopefully you were able to discern that this entire shape right here is 28 yards. How did we get that? I don't know, I just guessed. Okay, maybe I didn't. We know that this right here is 15 feet. Which is how many yards? Well, we're going to divide it, and we should come up with 15 divided by 3 is going to be 5 yards. Ugh, horrible. I apologize. Okay, this one right here is going to be 1 yard. 2 yards. So we know if this is 1, okay, this is 1 yard, and this is 2, this is 3, so here, this right here has to be 2 yards. So half of this is 2 yards, right between here and here. And then this down here is going to be 2 yards. So this whole piece here is 4 yards. This piece, and I drew this poorly as you think about this, because you're going to think this is 6 yards, where technically it's not. Because this entire side here is 9 yards, and this is 5, so this side here is going to be 4 yards. If I go around now, 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10, 14, 18, 24, 25, 28. This one here is a little bit badly drawn, but we just have to convert the 1 we have to convert this one. 6 becomes 2 yards. 18 becomes 6 yards. This one here is essentially the same size, so that's 4 yards. If we start our walk around, 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 4 is 19, plus 2 is 21, plus 4 is 25, plus 6 is 31, plus 5 is going to give me 36 yards. That was kind of a long video, but that's the end. You're welcome. And yeah, the next one we're going to start looking at some straight conversions without all this crazy drawing. And we have 2 more videos. Again, sorry this was so long, but it is important that we know how to convert and still practice our perimeter.